Hi, Mr. Nelson. My name is Roberto Jose Lopez Martinez. I'm from 10th A, and today I'm going to give you my brief analysis and comprehension about Elia Deloria's text. This text got a lot my attention because it reflects how a woman that sets her purposes and goals in life can prosper and make a really good history about herself. So first of all, Ella Deloria is a woman that was born into a Dakota-speaking family. This was all the Sioux Nation, which was located in Dakota. Right now, it is known as the Dakota in the United States. However, back then it was divided. Well, as she began to grow up, her family and her decided to move out to North Dakota, where she was obligated to speak Nakota and Lakota. So she decided to manage those languages because it would allow her to relate with the society and have a good relationship with her family, I can say. So when she decided to study, her studies were established in English, which meant that she was also obligated to learn it. So it was a big advantage that she knew three languages. When she began to study, she discovered her interest over linguistics. Linguistics became a very important part in her life because it allowed her to be better as a person and to develop in a really good manner as a woman. What do I mean when I say as a woman? I mean to develop professionally later. However, when she discovered her interest in linguistics, she decided to study them. And she was later transferred to the Columbia University while she was under Franz Boas' teaching methods, and he was the American Indian linguistic founder. So when she decided to study this, she was very motivated because these new doors, I can say, allowed her to learn a lot about the texts that were written back then and were called the Dakota texts. These Dakota texts were some texts that specifically were, it was about 64 texts that talked about nature, life, and all that stuff, but she decided to transcribe them into English. However, it was with her own understanding of the language. So when she decided to start this and do this, she became very popular because, as her father had taught her, her father was a churchman, she needed to prosper in life. So when she did this, she became a very known person, and her studies allowed her to write and write a lot and infer about more stories. These 64 stories transmitted a message that it had never been before transmitted. So Franz Boas motivated her to continue writing and basically advancing as a professional writer that had studied linguistics. Unfortunately, when she died in 1971, she had already written a book named Water Lily, which became her most popular novel. It was posted 17 years after her death. And Water Lily is briefly about a guy that became very known, and it includes a lot of factors. So finally, and in conclusion, I can infer that these accomplishments led her to be well recognized in the future, and right now I can say that she will always be remembered for what she did. Thanks for your attention, mister.